Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to the Toy Box. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a great day, and I hope all the moms out there are having a great Mother's Day today. Especially my mom, who has had to put up with a lot from us. And trust me, my brother and I were a handful, so thank you so much for everything. Today we're going to look at the middle evolutions of the Johto starters. We have Bayleef, Quilava, and Croconaw. I'm excited about looking at these three and have been wanting to make this video for a while, so let's get started and take a look at Bayleef. When I first played through Pokemon Gold, I was so excited when my Chikorita evolved into a Bayleef. To understand this excitement, you have to keep in mind that information about these Pokemon was not as readily available as it is now. I had limited access to internet, so information had to come from either magazines or rumors from my friends. I knew how the starters looked like before Gold and Silver came out, but the first time I saw any of these second evolutions was when I evolved them for the first time in the game. To, to recreate that excitement today would mean making a real effort to stay away from information, which is really hard to do if you're involved with the Pokemon community. Anyways, let's take a look at the plush. So first, Bayleef passes the standing test. The plush stands on its own without any help from the wall or any other objects. As a whole, the plush is very soft. Generally, the sitting cuties have a medium firmness, and Bayleef is softer than most of them. So the colors and details on the plush are great, and the proportions are pretty well done. Let's take a closer look at the details. So first, we'll start with Bayleef's head. We have embroidered eyes. We have an eyebrow here that is embroidered. We have the nose. And then we have the mouth. These are not embroidered. These are just sewn in. And you can see the other eye here. Now, the main thing I want to look at on the head is the head leaf. So, one thing that is really cool, I actually think that Bayleef is the coolest sitting cutie that we have so far. And here is the reason why. It's a small detail, but I think it matters a lot to me. Is you can actually mold the leaf on its head. So it'll stay like this. And the reason why you're able to do this is because there is a wire in here. So that is a really cool detail. The only thing is just keep that in mind if you're going to give this plush to a kid. If we look at the leaf, you can see the details. You can see the details sewn in here, and it has the little bit taken out. So the shape is pretty good. The details are spot on. Now let's take a look at the neck petals. Each of these neck petals is done really well. It's done like this. We have an embroidered detail right here. These lines are actually embroidered on each petal. And we have the 8 petals, so we can look at them all the way around. Now, usually the petals are supposed to be down like this. They're supposed to be facing down, but mine they will go up, like they will rise up eventually. I don't know if all the plushes are like that or if it's just mine, but it's pretty cool. See, this is how it should look. Now let's take a look at the legs. So there isn't a lot of detail on Bayleef's body, so we'll just look at the few that we do have. And the ones that they do have are very good, so I want to look at the feet. So Bayleef has one claw that is really surrounded, and that claw is kind of embedded in the foot, and they did a pretty good job of doing that here. So it's in here in the plush, it looks like there's 3 toes, but it's really supposed to be the claws that are the claw is inside while the rest of the foot surrounds it. They do a pretty good job of this, so I like this a lot. And take a look at the other legs. Now remember that the plush is in a sitting position, so the legs are going to be like this. And they have it here too. There's the other side. Now for the body, there isn't much to look at here other than the tail right here. And then we have the pellets around the backside right here so that Bayleef can balance out just fine. Now lastly, we have the tags. We have 1, 2, and 3. And we have this tag right here. Now, this is the old style tag. I got this plush a long time ago. I actually wanted to make a video with all the Johto starters a while back when I got the plush, but I could not find Quilava. So I actually waited until I was able to get Quilava recently. So if you were to get a Bayleef now, you're probably going to get the newer style rectangular tag along with your plush. So anyways, that was Bayleef. So let's go ahead and move on to our fire type starter, Quilava. So here is Quilava. This guy is the reason why this video was delayed so long. When I first saw the Johto starters come out, I was able to get Bayleef and Croconaw fairly early, but I missed out on Quilava. I was able to find one later though when Pokemon Center restocked it. So there you go, more proof that they will restock. So if there is a Pokemon you want but is not there right now, maybe you just have to wait a little while. Let's take a look at the plush. So first, Quilava barely passes the standing test. Why do I say barely? So Quilava's bottom is rounded out, so it does have a little bit of trouble balancing. But if you kind of flatten it out manually, then it should balance just fine. As a whole, the plush is about medium firmness. This is the typical firmness of the Sitting Cuties. All the colors and details for this plush look great as well, and the proportions are awesome. Let's take a look at the details more closely. So let's go ahead and start with the head. So first we have Quilava's eyes. They're embroidered. You can see embroidered eyebrows as well. The ears are right here, and they have an embroidered section right here. And we have an embroidered mouth. Here are the eyes and ears from the other side. And of course, we have a flame over Quilava's head. Now, I want to stop here real quick and talk about these flames. Now, if you've played with the Cyndaquil line in games where the sprites move, or seen them in the anime, then you'll know the flames aren't on all the time. Without the flames, each evolution really looks like a different Pokemon, and they don't really have that vitality. And the flames are really where most of the details are on these plushes. So I'm really glad that Pokemon Center put the flames on the plushes. So moving on. Let's take a look at the arms and legs. So here's Quilava's arms. They're kind of skinny, and they're a little firmer than the rest of the plush. Then we have the legs, which are very short. You can see a pad right here that's embroidered in the bottom with orange. Here is the other pad. Let's take a look at the body. So first we have the top of Quilava's body is this blue-green, and then the underside is yellow. And then we have the flames in the back right here. So this is really cool. It's nice and fuzzy and stuffed. We have the yellow part right here with some orange. So it has a really nice texture and it looks awesome to go along with the head flame. The body pellets are here at the bottom, so you can see here that this is rounded out. This is why you might have some trouble balancing Quilava, so you kind of have to do this. But all the pellets are right here on the bottom, and it should balance out like that. Now let's take a look at the tag. So this is the tag right here. This is the newer style tag because I had to wait before I could finally get Quilava. And here are the other tags right here. So anyways, that was Quilava. Now let's bring on our final starter, Croconaw. Okay, so now we are on to our final starter, Croconaw. I've always thought that Croconaw looks funny. It's mostly because the pattern on its body looks like a toga or something the Flintstones would wear. I'm not sure why this style would appear on Croconaw only and not Totodile or Feraligatr. But if any of you guys have more insight about this, let me know in the comments. I'd be very interested. So let's take a look at the plush. First, Croconaw passes the standing test. The details and colors are spot on. The head is a little big on the body, but I don't think it takes away from the plush at all. Let's take a look at the details more closely. We'll go ahead and start with the head. So first we have embroidered eyes right here. They look kind of intense. We have the nose right here. This is also embroidered. You can see the other side. We have the teeth coming out. These are separate pieces. You can tell the mouth right here because the upper jaw is blue, the lower jaw is yellow. And then, of course, we have these spikes up here on the top of its head. Now, these spikes feel very good. They are dual layer, and whenever you press on them, it does feel like there's air inside. So they're soft. It has a nice texture. It's pretty cool. I like these. I like the details that feel like that on these plushes. We also have some spikes here on the neck. As we go down into the body, we can see the toga pattern. So you can see, if I start over here in the back, you can see the line come over here. The sleeves and the legs for the toga. There's a tail. If we turn it around, we can see that this comes above this arm and below this one. So it does look like a toga. And we have embroidered shapes right here. There's the big shape, looks like a tube. Then there is the triangle, and then we have a little circle coming from above here. At first I thought it should be embroidered too, but I realized then that it has to be consistent with this upper part since it's technically not a spot on the toga. But there we go. The pellets on the body are right down here, right next to the legs, so it can balance pretty well. We have Croconaw's tail with a single spike on here, and this spike is just like the rest. Here's the tail. You can see it from the other side, from above. And then now the arms and legs. So the arms and legs are pretty small. So we have the arm is like this. It's pretty skinny stuff, and it has 5 claws on the end. Here's the other one so you guys can see. And then lastly, here are the legs. We have the toes sewn in right here. Take a look from the side. And lastly, we have the tags. We have the 3 tags right here. And again, I was able to get Croconaw early, so I have the old style tag. Here's the other side. And again, if you're gonna buy Croconaw now, you're probably gonna get the newer style tag, the rectangular one that Quilava has. So there we go. That was Croconaw. So now that we've seen all 3 middle evolutions, let's bring them all back together and talk about them. Alright guys, we have the crew back together again. Again, these are the middle evolutions of the 2nd generation starter Pokemon, Bayleef, Quilava, and Croconaw. Overall, I enjoyed all 3 of these plushes, and they are among my favorites in the line. What do you guys think of these plushes, and which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you are interested in adding any of these plushes to your collection, I'll put links to Pokémon Center in the description. At the time of filming, they are going for $10.99 each. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you make today special for your moms. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, rate, subscribe, and don't stop playing.